Hi everyone, welcome. Today I want to talk to you about how you can practice mindfulness beyond meditation. Meditation, of course, is an incredible practice, one that I love, and it's not the only answer. Sometimes we want to be mindful without the practice of meditation for whatever reason, and luckily enough, it is totally possible to achieve that. Mindfulness and meditations are not synonymous with one another. So you can achieve one without the other. So, how can you do that? The first thing that you can do is to walk mindfully. When walking with the intent of being mindful, you want to feel the process of moving. You really want to engage in the action of moving. You want to take note of how the ground feels beneath your feet. How is the texture of the soil you're walking on? Is it soft or is it hard? How do your toes feel? Are they all touching the ground one by one? Try to notice differences if you were to speed up your pace and if you were to slower your pace. Feel what it feels like to move your body. Because it's not just your legs and feet that are moving. Your arms, your core muscles are too. Also notice what else is there to notice. And of course, try to limit distractions as much as possible and really focus on the present moment. This means that, of course, your mind may wander at times. You may find yourself focusing on one thought or different thoughts. Each time you do notice it, bring your attention, bring your focus back to the action here, moving, walking. Okay, that is your anchor in this mindfulness practice. All right. The second thing that you can try is spending time walking in nature. Walking in nature is an incredible way to practice mindfulness. So try here not to get lost in your thoughts while you're walking, but instead notice all that is around you. It can be a urban park, a forest, a beach, a river, flowers, the sound of birds, just anything. Notice it. Even if there is nothing to notice, be present and take it all in as you move. Of course, you could also combine the two practices, the mindful walking practice that I mentioned as my first point, and walking in nature that I've just mentioned here in this second point. Now, the third thing that you can try is journaling. Journaling is a great way to practice mindfulness. It's where you can set intentions. You can practice gratitude, thinking about 3 things, for example, that you're grateful for today, taking note of your thoughts and feelings of the day. It's a place where you can really be honest. It's a private space where you can write down what you think, what you feel, what really is helpful to let go as well. Now, the fourth thing that you can try is eating mindfully. Mindful eating is a useful way to practice mindfulness without meditating. When you eat a meal, you can try and do it without any distraction, without the phone, without the laptop, the radio, without the TV on, right? Actually, it could be a great way to start when you're eating alone. You want to focus on the actions of eating, the taste, the smell, the movement. What's your jaw doing? What's your tongue doing? If you place a little piece of your meal on your tongue. How is that? Is it melting? Is it soft? How is it? On top of this, you can also take note of what your hunger cues feel like and what it is to be full. I also have a guided practice I wanted to share with you, which is a way to eat a resin mindfully. Here it is.
Before we get started, before we get straight into it, I'm just going to ask you really to help us feel grounded and to help us, calm our mind a bit, to take a few deep breaths. Take a few deep breaths for me, please. And I'm going to be doing this at the same time. Deep breath in. Deep breathe out. And a few times. Let's take 10 deep breaths in and breathe out. 3, 4. I let you count up to 10. Okay. So now that we feel calmer and that we feel more grounded, I'm going to ask you to take one resin out of your resin bag, or if you have it out already on the table next to you, just take it and hold it in the palm of your hand for a moment. Just hold it in the palm of your hand. Or, if you'd prefer, you could also hold the resin in between your fingers and your thumb. Now focus on it as if it is the first time ever in your life that you see a resin. Look at it, approach it as if you've never seen anything like that before. This is the first time you see anything like this. Now, can you feel the weight of the resin in your hand? Is it casting a shadow or is it not? Now, I want you to take the time to really see the resin. Look at it, and as you still look at it as if it's something completely new that you have never seen before, and while you look at it with the greatest care, and while you look at it with your full attention, let your eyes explore every part of it. Let your eyes explore every part of it. Examine the highlights, where the light shines, where the dark hollows are. where the folds are, when the ridges are. Let your eyes explore. What do you see? Now turn the resin over between your fingers, exploring its texture. How does it feel between the forefinger and the thumb of your hand? Now, you're holding the resin with one hand. Now hold the resin with the other hand. How does it feel? How does it feel to turn the resin over between your fingers with your other hand? Does the texture feel different? Is it different? How does it feel with the other hand? Take a mental note. Now, hold the resin beneath your nose and see what you notice with each in-breath and out-breath. Does it have a scent? Let the scent fill your awareness. If there is no scent or very little, notice it as well and just make a mental note. Now, slowly take the resin to your mouth and don't put it in your mouth yet, but notice how your hand and your arm know exactly where to put it. Just notice it. And then, once you've noticed it, gently place the resin in your mouth. Notice what the tongue does to receive it. Without chewing, don't chew just yet, but simply explore the sensations of having the resin on your tongue. How does the texture feel now? Does it feel different? How does it feel? Is it changing? Is it melting? Now, while you are gradually exploring the object with your tongue, continue doing so for 30 seconds. Don't swallow it just yet. Just explore it in your mouth with your tongue. Okay, now when you are ready, consciously take one bite into the resin and just notice the effects on the resin. Just notice as well the effect in your mouth. Notice any taste that it releases. Feel the texture as your teeth bites into it. Continue slowly to chew it, but don't swallow it all just yet. Notice what is happening in the mouth. Now, see if you can detect how your first intention is just to swallow it. And as you notice, as your first intention is to swallow it, now just experience it with full awareness before you actually swallow. Notice what the tongue does to prepare you for swallowing the resin. See if you can follow the sensations of swallowing the resin. Now you can swallow it, but consciously sense the resin as it moves down into your throat and then into the stomach. If you have still some part of the resin left in your mouth, now you can do exactly the same with the bits that are left. Try really to notice the movement of your tongue when your tongue just gets ready to swallow it. Just notice all this preparation that everything there in your mouth is doing for this. And again, see if you can follow the sensation of the resin as it moves down into your stomach. Now that you have swallowed all of the resin, spend a few moments just closing your eyes and registering the aftermath of this eating. Is there an aftertaste? What does the absence of the resin feel like? Is there an automatic tendency to look for another resin? Now, you can take a breath in and a breath out. So now I'm going to thank you. I'm going to thank you to be with me. I'm going to thank you to have watched this meditation, to have listened to me, and I'm going to be speaking to you very soon.
I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If so, please subscribe to the channel and I hope to see you soon. Bye!